This is the Ayurveda Shaman walking through Venus retrograde with you. I got the dates up above. I'm going to try to put on screen right now. Venus retrograde, the shadow period started from January 28th. Okay. But we actually go into that retrograde motion once we leave the shadow on the 1st of March. Now, this will go from the 1st of March to about April 12th. And then in May, we're going to finish our shadow period. And again, you'll see that up on screen. And so these dates are very, very important. They're super critical because we want to understand where we have started. And it doesn't start where March 1st has come. It started from that January 28th. And what's most important, I feel, about January 28th, this is the time of the new moon. I believe January 29th, there's a major new moon full of extraterrestrial support, love, star card energy. There's a new moon in Aquarius in the position of Shravana, a particular part of the sky. So check out my Aquarius new moon video and you'll understand what Shravana means and how it's represented by the ears as well as the footsteps. Essentially walking in the silence so that we can hear the angels speak. What are those angels or those guides telling us? And how is what they're telling us really linked to our primal instinctual lunar abilities? When it comes to feminine energy and being receptive to our gifts, to what we love, to our instincts, to our sexual pleasures, to how our sexual pleasures, even as a baby, brings us closer to our truth. Considering that those sexual pleasures are all the things we want to create. So this Venus retrograde is a doozy. I'm going to bring up some themes. I'm going to check this out right now and see where we're going from this. One of the major things I see is Venus at the time of the pre-shadow period, okay, which is about 24 degrees in Western astrology or 1 degrees in Vedic astrology of Pisces. This is where we began. Venus in Pisces, the exaltation. Venus in Pisces is a sign and symbol that is ruled by the 3rd and the 8th house. So again, that 3rd house is about listening and interacting and taking courage with organizing our thoughts, our details, our documents. But when you put it in Pisces, it's about organizing our spiritual inventory, our spiritual library, our Akashic library, if you will. This is a great time where getting an Akashic record reading, I recommend Eileen, my partner, she's the only one I ever do Akashic readings with or even recommend. It's a tremendous time to walk through esoteric blocks and fears. Okay, I just saw her birthday on screen. I'm not going to say it out, that's her business, but I just saw her birthday on screen. So if you've been thinking about an Akashic record reading, send me a message, just say me Akashic record reading down below and I'll send you her contact. Or you can go straight to her website. It's a time where we're working through the 8th house of the traumas in the psychological blocks that are being required for this transformation. Now, Venus retrograde is in this part of the sky called Purva Bhadrapada. And Purva means the start of something. And the retrograde ends in Uttara Bhadrapada. And Uttara means the final, the lasting one. All right, the victory at the end of the trials. But Bhadrapada is, Purva Bhadrapada and Uttara Bhadrapada. These are very spiritual nakshatras, constellations in the sky, where it's a lot about the ice melting. Okay, and the ice can be linked to our intuition, our psychic abilities. It can be linked to our emotions that we froze over. Now, when you add this in a space of Venus, where Pisces is in its exaltation, what did we freeze over? We froze over our ability to discern, our ability to use Venus, which is a yardstick of judgment, to judge our relationships accordingly, not based off of how our ancestors or our forefathers or our mothers down the feminine lineage would have done things from a traditional standpoint. Pisces is about the dissolution. It's about dissolving these things. Now, Pisces, Venus in Pisces is happening in the 3rd decan. And so we go 3rd decan, okay? Pisces starts in Jupiter. Cancer will be the moon. And then the 3rd decan will be Scorpio or Martian. And so the 3rd decan of Pisces and Venus in Pisces at 24 degrees is Martian, okay? Which means cutting away the fears as well as the parts of our identity linked to how we relate to other people and how we show people ourselves and how we understand the luxury of everything we have, the luxury of our spiritual transformation, right? Which doesn't require anything physical or material. It requires depth and the willingness to surf the depth, okay, of our subconscious, the depth of our irrational fears, the depth of our expenses, karmically speaking, and how we handle and deal with these karmic relationships because of Venus. Our karmic finances based off of here is why you are afraid of doing taxes. Can you address this fear and walk towards it? Here is your fear about starting up an LLC. Can you address this fear? And so I see this for myself, for example. It's like I don't have a tremendous amount of people in my family who have done LLCs or run businesses. And at this point, I realized I'm at a 99999 cycle. I'm in a 9 personal year. I'm in a 9 month. I'm in all these 9s. 555 on screen. Drop 555 on screen if you're going through tremendous erratic change where it requires you to contemplate a little bit and to sit in that contemplation, which is what Venus and Pisces is really, really about. It's about stillness. Okay, Venus in Aries, where it's starting at 10 degrees, March 1st is going to be 10 degrees Aries. Venus in Aries is about the brand new identity and how we use our earning potential and the income, all right, as well as the way in which we relate with other people and move forward in society, climbing the ladder of success, climbing the ladder of the image of success, which we need to be very clear on. What is that image? And that's what this Venus retrograde is about. It's helping us understand what is the image, what is the identity that matches the conception of my truth, the conception of my joy, the conception of what inspires me. Not necessarily where I'm at right now, but the conception of it. And so Pisces is really the true beginning of the zodiac wheel, where things are in the feminine, it's in the womb, that's birthing something that the light has not yet revealed. The light at the end of this retrograde is Aries. That's when we step into conception, but we don't get solid until Venus in Taurus. And so wait until after the, May, I forget when exactly, May 20th, look on the screen and you'll see better of what that light of our being, the lightness of our being in relationship, in the relationship we have with our image, in the relationship we have with our income, in the relationship we have with our fears, in order to generate those incomes and take risks and challenges and speak up and use our voice and communicate with our body language, to communicate with our spirit, to communicate with our heart. Because Venus and Pisces ruled by the 3rd and the 8th house, and 8th house is that heart frequency. It actually is the era that I'm in right now. It's the particular image that I'm adopting. I'm wearing green on my head for a particular reason. This is my heartbeat era. Okay? I wear green shoes in this era. I wear green pants a lot, all during this retrograde time. Back in the gym, and I noticed like, wow, I'm wearing so much green, green shirts, green in my scarf, green in my head, green in my feet, green in my head. And it's like, what's going on? It's like, I'm now moving with heart. More and more and more, I'm moving with compassion, I'm moving with love, I'm moving with more understanding with my judgments. 8-8 on screen. If you're moving forward with your judgments with more compassion and heartfelt sensitivity for other people, energetically speaking, drop 88 on screen saying, I forgive, I am free. Drop 88 on screen down below saying, I forgive, I am free. As you hit the thumbs up and the likes button. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. Subscribe if you're brand new. Consider checking out our membership. We're back live in person. It's something I'm taking this full throttle. If you're in the arts of joining the Shamans RoundTable, this is one of the alterations, one of the transformations of the fears that I'm talking about with Venus relationship, how I deal with tribe, how I deal with community, how I deal with family, how I deal with people. After visiting my family back home, I realized it's the simplicity of I love my family. No matter what, I will do anything for them. I will literally kill for them. I said it on camera. You heard it here first. And understanding that the extension of my family goes into people that I consider my tribe, people that I actually feel like I want to influence, people that are willing to accept and embrace my level of spiritual influence. Not necessarily, I'm not a very mundane person, okay? I'm not a very boring person in my personal opinion. I say boring, but what I mean by that is I don't talk about things to talk about them. I talk about things that I love. I talk about things that I enjoy. And if those are not options for me, I don't speak. Okay, and this is a lot of what Venus and Pisces is about. It's about learning how to hold your tongue, learning to sit in the stillness and understand what means something to me, what's significant to me, what am I obsessed with? And I'm obsessed with shamanism. I'm obsessed with astrology. I'm obsessed with Ayurveda. I'm obsessed with upliftment and healing and spiritual exploration and psychological transformation in depth. I am a Scorpio rising, let's never get this done twisted, right? And it's like, with that being said, a lot of this time frame in the beginning, all right, the beginning of the retrograde shadow, January 28th, what we're walking back to is when we were worrying about being our true self, being the light-filled version of ourselves, speaking up with courage about what truly matters to us. We're walking back in retrograde, Venus retrograde, and to realize that our relationships, I was thinking about earlier today, I met some good people, I'll leave their names out. And, you know, long story short, I had some opportunities to collaborate with some of the biggest names that you could ever think of in this particular platform, in my particular areas in space. But what I needed to do in order to collaborate with them would be fake. And I'm not that person. And so I had the opportunity, and I found myself through the growth and through my experiences and through psychological transformation, realizing it's not worth doing collaborations or doing what I need to do to get the collaboration with this person that I think I want to be a part of if it requires me to betray myself. It requires me to understand that Venus, the yardstick of judgment, my judgment was saying I don't value progressing up the social, structural, and business ladder by collaborating with people in this space if I have to betray myself, I have to betray my values, I have to betray my principles, if I have to be somebody that I'm not. And I was thinking about these people today, and I'm like, damn, these people, as soon as I said, you know, no, thanks for the, you know, recommendation, but I don't want to collaborate with this person because I don't feel it, right? I didn't have a reason for it. If I thought with the mind, it's like, hell yeah, I want to do this. Like, this is going to be great for my career. And then I realized, no, but I don't feel right with this. And I told the person no, and then that person disappeared. And that happened with multiple people disappeared. And so we have to understand that, you know, during this retrograde, Venus retrograde, it was opposite of the South Node in Virgo. In the South Node in Virgo, the particular part of the sky that I was in was Uttara Falguni, which is about this lasting love life, this lasting marriage, this lasting situation with another people. And I realized, damn, when I was being truthful with my social peers, people in my immediate environment, people I love, people, you know, that I cared a lot about, that I would do so much for, by being fully true, it eradicated some of those people out of my life. And anyone that was unwilling to go through that psychological transformation, anybody that was unwilling to transform, anybody that's willing to be true with themselves, they're no longer in my life. And at one point, I was worrying about this. I felt cynical about it even. I felt like, damn, what's up? Like, damn, I'm getting blocked by people by being real, by being true. And it's like, that's not my problem. This isn't bad for me. This is good. It's about closing and shutting those doors out in our relationships. Venus and Pisces. The ending, Pisces, is about conclusion. It's about full release. It's the old woman on her deathbed that says, you know what? I can be charitable. I can be loving. I can make peace with my demons. I can make peace with the fire inside of me and the coldness that I've experienced in certain situations. And I can melt all that ice. And I can allow myself to transform and be true at a spiritual level. And when that is happening, I realize now these connections, these people, these relationships, they were never for me. But I brought the illusion. And that's what Venus in Aries, why it has one of its falls, where if you move too quickly in a certain relationship and you see something and it's like, oh, this looks great, this looks good. Venus in Aries is ruled by the second in the 7th house. And the 7th house can be, at times, superficial when it comes to gifting people or telling people on the spur, in the moment, what they want to hear, giving them, because Aries is a giving sign. So Venus in Aries can give too easily. It can give. Okay, and I just went through a Venus return of Venus in Aries. I believe I have Venus in Aries, and as my birthday comes back, all right, I'm in Aries in April, I'm no longer with that Venus in Aries. I won't be there. I'm pretty sure I'll be in Venus in Taurus, but I don't know for sure. So point being, what I learned through this year is don't be so quick to pull the trigger and be somebody that you are not. Be somebody based off the expectation. Be somebody based off the projection of what is expected of you. And instead, be who you truly are. And that's what a lot of this Venus retrograde is about. So I want to get into the all signs, the forecast for all zodiac signs. Okay, we're going to go through all 12 zodiac signs as you hit the thumbs up and the likes button. And this is just a tremendous pleasure. This is your Ayurveda Shaman, okay, inspiring shamans running a shamanic roundtable. Check out our membership. This is really one of the major things. We're about to go through, I don't know exactly because I need to do these things out today, but maybe 8 weeks of all Ayurveda. And combining Ayurveda and astrology, understanding how does Ayurveda and astrology work hand in hand, 2 and 2, okay? And what does shamanism have to do to bridge through story, through spiritual practices that we're going to be keeping you accountable with together, how does that all connect? Astrology, Ayurveda, and shamanism. And if you join our membership, you'll get that answer clean and clear. So let's get into you hitting the thumbs up and the likes button. If you agree, you resonate with this, check out the dates, check out some of the screenshots that I put up on screen. I want to say I love you. I thank you very much for being here. All right, this is your Ayurveda shaman. Inspiring brilliance and inspiring shamans to speak up and be truthful, be honest with their dream, and realize that you are a dreamer. You were here to dream. You were not here to be in a cage. You were not here to suffer. Okay? You are the future. You are the leaders. You are the ones who are here to remind others that they are not trying to wake up. They are trying to remember that they are dreaming. And that is one of my main missions. And if that resonates with you, join and to apply for my one-on-one shamanism. And you can work with me for, the next 12 weeks. And that looks, I'm going to be making some updates to that actually. There's a lot of updates. So that's a lot of what Venus in retrograde is about. Make those updates on your documents. Third house, Venus in Pisces, third house rulership. Make those updates on your document before you get ready to move forward within solidity of how you're going to progress and share these documents on a public stage when we get closer into Venus and Aries. So hit the thumbs up and the likes button. All this resonates, and sign up for what resonates for you. All right. I love you. I love you. I love you from the center of my heart. I mean that. If you made it to the end of this video, I want you to drop a snake down in the chat below, because that's what this Venus retrograde is tremendously about. It's about a serpent. It's about a leviathan surfing through the depths of the ocean, through the depths of our emotion. Okay, all the parts of us that cannot be touched physically, but can be felt esoterically, can be felt psychologically, and allowing ourselves to transform to who we truly, truly are, which means we have to press close, end on what was. I love you. I'll see you soon. Thumbs up, baby. Subscribe if you're brand new. Aries, you're getting ready to make some big bank, stable bank, consistent bank, all types of bank, relationship bank. Okay, you're storing through this Venus retrograde in your sign a brand new identity by releasing who you were, so that you become who you truly are. And who you truly are is somebody that is full of simplicity. You are a sign of simplicity. You're going to now start to give gifts of life, of energy, of inspiration, as well as your ideals, and so much more in harmony. During this Venus retrograde, the way in which you relate to other people is going through a tremendous new rebirth. And at the end of the day, Aries, you're the winner in this transit. As long as you let go of who you were and you hit that thumbs up and a likes button, dropping a fire sign emoji saying, I'm karmically being born anew during this Venus retrograde in Aries back into Venus and Pisces. I love you, Aries. Thumbs up, subscribe. Taurus, your dream is changing. Venus retrograde in Aries back into Pisces is saying that it's time to dream bigger. It's time to go bigger. It's time to relate with other people in your working space, as well as relate with your own body and the image you have of your body and the ways in which you take care of your health. Is going through a brand new makeover during Venus retrograde, and your identity will need to shift, because Venus is your natural ruler, meaning it's ruling your first and your sixth house. And so with that being said, in order for this new dream and aspiration to form, you have to understand what have you held on to that is completely outdated in the way in which you judge yourself and judge your co-workers. Understand that that judgment is the answer, is the key to what to release, so that you can invite tremendous abundance and a positive self-image. Hit the thumbs up and the likes button, Taurus. Gemini, do you feel like you're on top? That is the question during Venus retrograde in Aries, going back Venus retrograde into Pisces. Do you feel like you are on top? And in order to be on top, is your dream matching your identity? What inspires you to create? What inspires you to share your art? Your art is something worth the whole world seeing, as well as your peers and the people you are connected with in your tribe, to have them sharing that as well. But do you feel on top? Venus retrograde is going to help you really assess your image and the image that you want to remain in history throughout all of time. If you can get very clear in that during this Venus retrograde, in the ways in which you relate to other people, as well as your fears to be your creative self, Gemini, Venus retrograde will give you those answers as you hit that thumbs up and likes button and solidify that with a wind emoji down below in the chat. Cancer, Venus retrograde in Aries is about rebirthing that identity, as well as the symbolism of how you dominate and rule your own inner space by letting go of certain traditions and getting in tune with the domestic parts of your dreams. What feels natural? What feels homey when it comes to your aspirations, where you're going, how you get there, and how you be remembered throughout time? Venus retrograde in Aries says, walk into this new fatherly identity so that you no longer need to seek other people and their intuition and their guidance on how to become better, how to become stronger, how to deal with the public world where your sensitivities become a true strength and not a crutch for others to walk over. Venus retrograde says it's time to relate with yourself and the father within you to govern your own intuition. Cancer, thumbs up. Leo, Venus has tremendous gains beneath the surface, okay? The diamonds, the gems, the type of abundance that doesn't really look like gold or silver. It's the stuff that's deeper within your soul. It's the things that can't be quantified. They can't be put on the public stage as for, hey, look at me, I'm rich, I'm wealthy. It's the kind of inner wealth that will shine through your soul. It's the kind of thing that will shine through your voice. It will shine through your body language. You'll walk by people between Venus retrograde and Aries from the beginning to the end as this is who I was, this is who I am, this is who I'm becoming, but this is exactly the essence of my being. And that is the only thing that will shine bright, that will ultimately propel you through any and all fears you've had within being your true, authentic, dignified, and honorable self. You will relate with people in this way during Venus retrograde and Aries back into Pisces. So hit the thumbs up and the likes button, Leo. Virgo, you're the one going through a major and tremendous update when it comes to your self-worth and your self-esteem and the relationships you have with your therapist, the people that you are guiding as a form of therapy, the people you are healing, the people that are healing you, as well as just the people that ultimately bring you a sense of stability within your own masculine energy and how you approach the world, how you see the world, not just in the physical, but through an ideal, as well as through your third eye, your intuition that says, this is the truth. Your intuition that says, this is the truth of the relationship. As I go Venus retrograde in Aries, okay, your opposite sign, going back into Pisces, it's like, yo, the only way you're going to be able to do that, Virgo, is to be truly the joy of your own existence, the joy of your own light, the joy of your own harmony and simplicity. Okay, Virgo, as you do this and hit that thumbs up, you will be on top, Virgo, during Venus retrograde. Libra, there is no greater investment than the investment that you put into yourself and the work that you do on your mental processes, bringing your mind to harmony, bringing your mind to ease, but not any big drastic step that's going to happen all at once overnight. This Venus retrograde is a month-and-a-half transit. It's really going from, January shadow up until May. So really, you got about a 4-month span, okay, Libra, of mental improvements, day-to-day habits that you can work on that becomes an energetic investment in yourself. Venus retrograde in Aries, moving back into Pisces, is saying, look, this identity of yours that you're ready to adopt, that you're working on, that you're progressing, that you're improving step by step, brick by brick, okay, will help you climb the ladder. It will help you be at the top of your game. It will help you be embodying that famous person that you truly are. Even if the world doesn't see it, it's about you adopting and understanding that for yourself. Hit the thumbs up and likes button and say, I am famous down below. Libra. Scorpio, woo! This is a Venus retrograde in Aries that will put the iron to iron and force you to sharpen your true self, your identity. You're going to be looking at your ego and understand your ego is showing and revealing your needs in relationships, your needs when it comes to how you approach, defy, and completely dismantle every fear you have that is irrational within your relationships, potentially within your marriage if you are married. And if not married with a ring on your finger, married to a need that was somebody else's, a need that is not yours, a need that you're getting in tune with, so you understand this is me, this is what I need to feel honorable, to feel honored and dignified within myself, within my actions, and which are the things that I create and the things that I birth in my relationships with other people, business relationships, friendships, and otherwise. Hit the thumbs on the like button, Scorpio, if you are ready to be dignified, and drop the fire emoji down below. Love you, Scorp. Sagittarius, what do you hold dear to your heart That is what's going through a psychological transformation, and it's happening behind the scenes during Venus retrograde in Aries, a brother sign of you. You know, the young God, as you are that elder God, that mature God. The grandparents learn so much from the babies. The babies learn so much from the grandparents and everything in between. And so right now, Venus retrograde in Aries is saying, look, can you learn from the elder and from the youth at the same time on how to improve, on how to embrace, on how to relate to the mental processes, to the psychological improvements necessary within your social interactions so that you can express your heartfelt desires, your heartfelt joys, things that make your heart beat, things that make you want to wake up in the morning that other people will never know and understand, but you do. This is what Venus retrograde will be doing within your relationships as you improve the way in which you judge everything I just said. Hit the thumbs up and the likes button, drop the arrow, chat, and the emoji saying I am shooting for everything I am. Capricorn, Venus retrograde in Aries wants you to have some fun. It wants you to embrace the light, the joy of your being. It says, look, you have all these career ambitions and dreams, and you're in the process of reorganizing your documents, reorganizing your data, and actually speaking up on those things with courage. But the courage is led by joy, is led by fun, is led by excitement. What excites you in your career? What excites you to make money? Don't just make money to make money. Make money because it's fun. Make money because you feel enthusiastic about a particular project. You feel enthusiastic about supplying your needs, which are the collective needs in rejection as well as projection. So where have you felt rejected in your relationship dynamics as you have judged your societal role? Where have you felt rejected? That is going to give you key indicators of what is time to organize. Hit the thumbs up and the likes button if you're ready to embrace your truth and your needs and supply it with fun and enthusiasm, Capricorn. Venus retrograde. Venus retrograde in Aries has you looking back at your childhood. Okay, Aquarius? It has you looking back at the foundation. As you're looking back at the conditions of the family. As you're looking back at what was unique, different, separate, as I walked the path away from my family by not really walking away from them, but diffusing their hold on me, diffusing their control on my mind, diffusing their control on my harmony, on my inner peace. Venus retrograde in Aries says, can you be authentic? Yes, I can. I want you to drop that in the chat, Aquarius. Yes, I can. Can you be authentic? Yes, I can. And that's what Venus retrograde has you doing. And in fact, it's not going to just do that, but it's going to be that. You have to speak that positivity over your life. Speak joy, speak light over your life, Aquarius. Venus retrograde demands it, and it will give you everything that you deserve. Thumbs up, Pisces. Venus retrograde in Aries, back into your sign, back into Venus in Pisces, has you focusing on the energetic exchange. You're exchanging your fears for your true desires. And you're allowing a psychological transformation for a new identity. What is key with you as a mutable sign, Pisces, as a water sign? Be around the change you wish to become. Surround yourself energetically and physically in environments where your intellect is challenged by people you admire, people you idol, people you feel are worthy, and then understand that's the worth that you deserve. What you admire is what you should surround yourself with during Venus and Pisces, and your judgment will ultimately transform, and you will discern in a way that is updated. Hit the thumbs up and likes button, Pisces.